Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox 360 edition. I am NitePHX. Today I am taking out the T110E3, which is the American Tier 10 tank destroyer. I also have Greyghost with me, who is in his 110E3, and one of my subscribers, Shadow, who is in a 110E4, which is the American Tier 10 turreted tank destroyer. The map is Pearl River, and it is a standard battle. And we decided we're going to head northeast, across the bridge, and see what we encounter over there. Now I'm going to pull up the main map here so I can see what's on the enemy team. It's very likely, if they have a fast vehicle on their team, that they're going to leave their spawn, run over the hill to the left here, and spot all of us. So I was letting Greyghost and Shadow know that there are a couple of vehicles that are quick enough to do that. And I did see they do have two E25s, pretty rare vehicle in the games, that could come up, and a T54E1, which could be a concern. Greyghost and I don't have turrets, but you see Shadow, he does have a turret, so he's watching the hill as we come across. And just as we suspected, the E25 did come up over the top and spot all of us. Not really all that concerned about getting shot in the side by an E25. The biggest thing he did was let his team know that he's got at least 3 tank destroyers, Tier 10, moving to the northeast. Okay, so we made it across the bridge. We see our Tiger 2 up front there. He just bounced the shot, so we know somebody's up there already. I personally don't think any of their big guns could have made it this far already. And we did see that it is probably the second E25. I don't think it's the first one that we saw. So he was pretty anxious to get some spots or get himself spotted. I take a shot, do 800 damage, and the Tiger 2 takes another shot and finishes them off. So we have some pretty good firepower on this side here now. So far the only thing we've seen is that one E25. And Shadow's going to go up to the left since he is a turret. I'm going to go to the right, so anything that I meet is going to be dead ahead of me since I don't have a turret. And Greyghost is going right up the middle. Similar kind of configuration here. Anything he meets is going to be right in front of him. And at this point, I'm thinking it's pretty odd not to see any enemy vehicles over here other than the one that we already killed. So either nobody came this way or all their big, heavy, big guns are slowly moving over this way. Alright, so as we move up, we can see down the little slope there. An IS-3 is sitting down at the end. He did take a shot. It bounced off of me. And we do have an E100 around to the right. I'm guessing he got a push over there. I'm not quite sure how he made it over there that fast. So at this point, Shadow tells me he's got eyes on the E100. He can get some shots on him. I'm going to hold these guys from pushing up the center here. In reality, I'm not really worried at all about the IS-3 or what we just saw there. Now is an STI doing much damage to me. At the same time, I'm not going to push up with that E100 to my right. So the STI and the IS-3 are just going to do some poke and hope down there. I did get a pretty good shot on the turret of the STI. I only did 400 damage. Average damage for standard shells on the on my gun is, I believe it's 750. And the health on the E100 is certainly dwindling away rather quickly. So we'll continue to keep the IS-3 and the STI where they are until that E100 is finished off. And I'm not so sure whether I can penetrate the turret of an IS-3. Pretty sure the little bit that he's showing me would definitely be a bounce. Even if I had a full-on shot to the front of his turret, I'm still not sure whether I'd be able to penetrate or not. Now right at this point you see my aim is starting to rock, so I come out of my sniper view and I see for some reason friendly tank decided he'd come up and give me a nudge, and I don't know. I think it's possible he could have got around me to the right, but it's entirely possible I'm blocking his path. You know, and I've had that happen to me plenty of times. A split second just before you pull your trigger, a friendly runs into you and throws your shot off. Obviously I wasn't ready to shoot there, but the point still remains. You just don't ever run into a friendly tank under any circumstances. So for you KV4 driver, I present to you the very first, probably won't be the last, Seagull Award. So when you come up to a friendly tank, assume he has got an enemy target locked up and is about to make the game-saving shot. Don't run into him. Okay, now that I got that out of my system, let's continue. Alright, so it wasn't quick, but we definitely owned this eastern flank, and now we are pushing to the west. You know, as I look around here, I'm thinking, boy, we may just have too many vehicles over here. So at this point we've taken no damage, so we are going to put ourselves up in the front here. See if we can't keep the enemy spotted, give our guys a chance to shoot at them. So now we see a enemy heavy tank come up right in front of me here now, at least his icon is. And I just recently switched from using the round compass map in the bottom right to the full map. Still not used to it being there, and basically at this point I'm paying absolutely no attention to it. So I'm thinking, okay, there's the heavy, he's back there in the trees right behind the building. If I would have looked at the map, I would have seen he was actually on the other side of the hill there. So at this point also, this is the second time my sixth sense has gone off, and realizing that this guy's on the other side of the hill, I'm trying to figure out who in the heck is detecting me here. I'm guessing at this point it was their Artie, who has now been detected and now taken out by Shadow. So we're going to continue to push around the north side of the hill here. There are still 4 enemy players, and I honestly don't know where any of them are. But knowing the position of Shadow and some of the other players on my right, I'm feeling reasonably confident that I'm not going to start taking shots from the right. Alright, so our mouse is up ahead of us, and it appears he has detected their Death Star.
Target locked.
And it appears the Death Star detected the mouse for all 1,627 remaining points on him. He is gone. However, I also own a Death Star. I know I've got 30 seconds before he reloads, let my circle get small, nice and tight, take the shot, and we take the Death Star out of the game. You know, and even though the Death Star has got a 30-second reload, if he even had to move his gun slightly to aim on me, he probably had another 10-15 second aim time. So really that Death Star was no threat to me whatsoever. He could have put some damage on me, would not have killed me. Alright, so we finish off the game with a base capture and a victory. Take a quick look at the post-game stats. I did manage just over 40,000 silver and just under 1,200 XP with a premium account. And it looks like my hit on the Death Star was just slightly above average damage. I only managed to actually get 3 damaging shots, but I did get a kill out of it. So all 3 of us managed to survive. Shadow comes in 3rd place and actually leads the team in damage with just over 3,600. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so. You'll get notifications of when I do post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.